The next witness called is Johannes Cornelius Vermaak. His name is not on the list of witnesses, lady, and he will be testifying in Afrikaans. There is no objection to his testimony being recorded.
You understand that if eventually this matter proceeds to the forum, testimony will have to be translated. Johannes?
Cornelius Johannes Vermaak.
Thank you.
Gee u volle naam asseblief?
Cornelius Johannes Vermaak.
Stuur u dat die getuienis wat u in hierdie opdrag gee die waarheid, die volle waarheid en niks as het volle waarheid sal wees. Steek asseblief die rechterhand op en sê so half uur voor.
So help nog wat.
Thank you, lady. Meneer Vermaak, waar werk u?
Toza in Douwelsyd.
Kan u net 'n bietjie harder praat asseblief?
Toza in Douwelsyd.
En wat is uw positie daar?
Ek is die fleet controller.
En uit hoofde van uw positie werk u saam met die beskuldigde voor die hof of het u saam met hom gewerk, meneer Packham?
Ja.
Wat is uw normale routine per dag by die werk?
Ek is in die oggende so van 6 uur af 6 uur kwart oor 6 by die werk. As ek op kantoor toe, dan gaan kyk my mails en so, dan gaan ek deur agter na die depot in die yard agter. Dan kyk my voertuie deur, wag vir my manne om te kom en papiere en goed te kry. Ek handig hulle papiere vir hulle uit vir hulle vir vragte wat hulle gelaai het en gaan saam met hulle deur die voertuie inspekteer en hulle alles uit vir hulle aflewerings.
So waar gebeur hierdie inspeksie vir as getuienis op rekord dat die perseel van Toza en Daalsheid saam met 'n gebou wat 'n administratiewe gedeelte het en dan ook 'n production unit, 'n warehouse. Waar is die in vergelyking met dit? Waar u met die persone drywers praat?
Dit is as jy by die warehouse uitgaan, kom jy agter in die jaar. So jy kyk basies van die jaar af in die warehouse weer in. En dan gaan ek aan die agterkant op wat jy kan afkyk na jou admin blok toe.
So dit korrek wees, dis om te sê dat waar u is in die oggende, is naby aan die gebou van Toza.
Ja,
By die gebou.
by die gebou, ja.
Op die, wanneer jy dan klaar is by die drywers, waar gaan jy dan?
Dan gaan ek gewoonlik om admin gebou toe en by die rokersafdeling of areetjie. Dan sal ek daar so staan en rook en dan van daar af gaan ek gewoonlik op met 'n admin blok toe om vir dinge se daar te meet vir Lorewyk of ek gaan na my kantoor toe.
Lodewyk wat jy dan verwys is die vorige getuie, is dit korrek?
Dis hy.
En die kantoor in verhouding met die Lodewyk se kantoor, waar is dit?
Ek moet basies vir admin blok waar Lorewyk sit is op die eerste vloer. So ek moet basies by hulle verbygaan om by die glasdeurtjie in te gaan in die warehouse.
Nou op die 22ste Februarie 2018, watter prosedure of werkwyse het u gevolg op daai spesifieke dag? Ek dink wat die normale prosedure is, wat het u daai dag gedoen?
Ek het die normale prosedures gevolg en ek was van na gerook het, was ek op gewees na die kantore bo die admin op pad na Lorewyk toe en hy was nie in die kantoor of teendeel, daar was niemand daar bo gewees nie.
So as u nou spesifiek verwys na hy was nie in die kantoor nie, wie spesifiek is dit?
Lorewyk. Want ek ek gaan in die oggend na hom toe om al die teken te bring.
Ekskuus tog. Op daai spesifieke dag, meneer Vermaak, het u die beskuldigde meneer Packham enigstens gesien?
Ek het hom gesien, maar nie in die oggend, in daai tyd van wat ek my routine gedoen het toe.
Ek het nie die laaste gedeelte gevolg nie.
Ek het hom gesien, later die dag, maar die tyd toe ek my routine geloop het, het ek hom nie gesien daarso nie.
Wanneer later het jy gesien?
Ek is aan, seker dit by 10 se kant, voor 10, het ek een van die oukies geontmoet waar haar werk in die rookarea om by hom papiere te kry. En toe het ek saam met hom gesit staan en rook. En met die wat ons gestaan en rook het daarso het meneer Rob Packham se voertuig ingery gekom.
Nadat hy ingery gekom het, waar het jy hom ook gesien indien enigstens?
Toe hy klaar geparkeer het hy by ons verbygeloop in die ontvangsarea in op pad na sy kantoor toe.
Het u hom weer die perseel sien verlaat?
Ek het na die wat ek hom gesien het opgaan daarso, het ek weer opgegaan adminblok toe na die een dametjie toe om die papiere wat ek gekry het vir haar te gee. Toe het ek hom gesien in sy kantoor wat hy op sy foon besig was en in 'n plastic sakkie gekrap of iets ingesit het of iets.
Thank you, Madam. No further questions.
Are you ready, Mr. Webster?
Thank you, my lady. Meneer Vermaak, die betrokke dag, die 22ste Februarie, wat jy meneer Packham daar op die perseel gesien het, kan jy onthou wat hy gedra het die dag, wat sy kleredrag was?
Nee, glad nie.
Ek verstaan, hy het 'n lang witmou hemp gedra met Twizzler daarop geskryf. Kan jy so iets onthou?
Dit kan wees, maar ek kan dit nie bevestig goed om te sê ek het dit gesien.
Spesifiek gelet nie.
Nee, ek het nie.
I take an instruction, my lady.
Ja.
Any re-examination?
No re-examination, thank you, Madam.
Baie dankie, u kan verskoon word.
My witness, which I arranged for after 2 is present, may I continue to speak?
Yes, you may.
It may cause that we adjourn earlier for the day.
That's never a bad thing.
I then call Clive Aubrey Miller. It's witness number 3 on the list of witnesses, ladies. I must confess I haven't canvassed with the witness in what language he wants to testify.
May I ask, sir, what language would you like to testify in?
English is fine.
English. Please state your full names for the record.
Clive Aubrey Miller.
Do you swear that the evidence you will be giving in this court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please raise your right hand and say so help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. Miller, you are a member of the South African Police Service, is that correct?
That is correct.
What is your rank?
I am a warrant officer in the police with 31 years service.
And where are you stationed?
I am a shift commander at the Dieprivier SAPS.
On the 22nd of February 2018, were you on duty, Warren?
That is correct.
Can you please, do you know the accused before court today? Mr. Packham?
I have come to know him during the investigation.
Can you please tell the court in your own words, warrant officer, how it came about that you came to know the accused?
On that specific night, it started with a missing persons report.
Sorry to interrupt you. What time did you receive this missing person?
My shift started at 1800 hours, so the time frames I am not precise. I might have mentioned it in the statement. I was in the community service center, and I received a phone call from a person we know as Desi from the Pink Ladies.
And just for the record, sir, what is the purpose of the Pink Ladies?
We have come to know the Pink Ladies as a group of people who assist us in looking for missing children and adults.
Up until that time, warrant officer, until you received the phone call from Daisy, Pink Ladies. No, sorry. What happened after you received the phone call from Daisy?
As I was speaking with Daisy, I mentioned to her that, look, it's very difficult to hear a message that you have received via social media, because she also picked it up on social media. So I said, let me rather send a person to the address which they have given, because she also gave to me an address that the person who had conveyed the message to her said the family member of this missing person stays in Richling Road, which falls within the Dieprivier police precinct.
How far, more or less, warrant officer is Richling Road from Dieprivier police station?
I would put it down at about 3.5 kilometers. It's just around the corner from the precinct. But I had just put down the phone when I spoken to Daisy and had given my shift section commander outside, Sergeant Pikashi, an instruction to go to Richling Road to find a family member so that we can start the process of finding out about the missing persons. When I received another phone call, and this time it was from our cluster, the Wynberg cluster office, Sergeant Boerstander, which is in the cluster office. And I don't know where Sergeant Boerstander got the information from, but she spoke about the same missing persons. I don't know if Daisy had contacted her as well.
This is a female.
Sergeant Boerstander, yes, she's a female. So it was really beginning to unfold. It became serious, I said.
How did you know it was the same missing person? How did you know Sergeant Boerstander was speaking about the same missing person as Daisy?
There were similarities in what she said, the information, and even more, she mentioned about a vehicle that was also involved, that a person who went missing with, she gave a description of a vehicle make a BMW. She gave something which Desi didn't give me. So that's why it started to prickle my senses. Now, as I am speaking to her on the one phone, we've got 3 phones in the community service center. As I was speaking to Sergeant Boerstander, I get a call on the other line So one of the other members picked up the phone, and they had received a phone call. They had not taken down the information from who the person was that called on the other line. It's Constable Reyes. So he said to me, he received a phone call from a person, a member of the public now, who says at the Dieprivier railway station at the back, there is a vehicle on fire. And the description is also a BMW. And so just the sequence of events just made me get in a rush now. So I sent So I told Ray, now you must go and check up for me there at the railway station.
Who's Ray?
He's the other person that worked with me, one of my colleagues under my command at the. That is correct, yes.
Do you send him out to?
I sent him to Dieprivier railway station. So I've got two members now on this, one going to Riesling Road and the other one going to the railway station.
Just for completion, sir, how far is Dieprivier railway station from the Dieprivier police station, more or less?
Give or take in a different direction to Riesling Road, I would also put it down as about 3.5 to 4 kilometers.
So more or less the same distance from the police station as Riesling Road, but
In different directions.
opposite directions or?
Not directly opposite. If from the Dieprivier precinct, it wouldn't be directly, but it's in a different direction.
So using
Constable Ray.
Constable Ray to the Dieprivier railway station?
Yes. I then received a radio call from him to say that there was indeed a vehicle on fire. He couldn't check up on the registration number that we had received if it was in fact a vehicle of the missing person. And he had also mentioned that the fire department was on site and they had put out the fire. And he then mentioned to me that they had discovered the body of a person in the back of the burnt out motor vehicle.
What did you do after you received the?
Well, as per the police instructions, as a senior member, it will then be my duty to go out to the scene. And then I would have had to compile a report of those findings. So I instructed Constable Ray to come back because I was alone at that point in the community service center, so that he can come take over and I have to go to the scene.
What did you find when you arrived on the scene?
Upon my arrival at the scene, upon my arrival on the scene, apart from the fire department people also being already on the scene, I first made my way there. At that point in time, we hadn't cordoned it off yet, so I called Sergeant Pekashi to bring the cordon off tape so that we can cordon off the scene. And on my way there were a few people, members of the public, close by. And one of the people said to me in passing that they had seen someone run away from the vehicle that had burnt. Now, my first priority was to just secure the scene. So I did not take this person's information immediately, but I told them just to stand and wait because I would like to interview them with regards to what they said to me. So I said, if you could just wait for me, I will come back now. So to secure the scene. And I came there, went to the vehicle, and when I looked inside the boat, I indeed saw that there was a body. That is the first thing I had to verify.
So when did you then get to meet the
Yes. Now the scene is secured. I then move out of the way to go and speak to this person. Just get a name for reference purposes, a name and a surname and a contact number. We could always interview them at a later stage. As I'm coming away from the scene and back to where I had parked the vehicle, I saw another vehicle approaching. The make and model I didn't take notice of. And out of the vehicle stepped the accused that is here in the court today with other friends, I suppose was friends of his that came. And I was introduced by the friend that said that this is the husband of the missing person. And I said to them, look, I cannot allow you. I said, I cannot allow you on the scene now, so you are busy investigation. You must please go to the Dieprivier police station and wait for me there. I will come and speak to you there.
And did the accused comply with your instruction?
Yes, they went to the Dieprivier police station.
Did you then eventually speak to him at the Dieprivier police station?
Yeah. When I came to the police station, there was already one of our victim support counsellors, a Nikki Venter, which had then taken Mr. Packham to the victim support room with her. So at that point in time, I did not have an opportunity to speak to him.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow this. When you arrived at the police station one day?
One of our victim support counsellors, a Nikki Venter, I don't know who phoned her, but that is a common practice from us to call victim support for people that we think might suffer trauma or anything to get them out so that they can.
Was talking to the accused.
Yeah, she'd already taken him to the office at the back. They've got an office at the back of the police station.
Can you remember more or less, Warrant Officer Miller, what time the report of the vehicle burning at the railway station came in?
I'll be honest, I can't remember the time. I might have noted it down, but I can't remember it now.
From the moment that you came on duty, you say at 6 o'clock that evening?
That is correct.
And prior to receiving the phone call from Daisy, from Pink Ladies, did anybody report this specific person as missing at Dieprivier police station?
There was no such report made at the Dieprivier precinct.
Did you find any, what you call an occurrence book entry? Just for sake of completeness, explain to people, what is an occurrence book in a police station?
Yeah, that is where we record incidents that is reported to the police. We record them in a book for record purposes. But there had not been any, because part of my duties when I come on duty is to read the occurrence book to sort of familiarize myself with anything that happened during the day, which I must know of.
And with regards to reporting somebody as missing, what time frame do you have to look at before somebody can be reported missing at the police?
Well, it has been publicized widely there. We should not have any time limit put on anymore. In the past, we used to tell people that they must give it some time, maybe 24 hours or so, but we have discovered in the past that things go wrong when we put time frames. So immediately when a person, even if it's just 5 minutes after you discover if a person have a normal routine, that they're not sticking to that, we as a police are obliged to follow up on information given to us.
And you say in the past it was more or less 24 hours. How long has this practice been changed?
It's been a long time now. I couldn't be precisely, but it's been a long time now.
Say months, weeks, years, how long?
Well, I would say more than a year.
Thank you, Melody. I have no questions.
Mr. Webster?
Thank you, Melody. May I take an instruction?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lady.
As indicated earlier, Melody, that's unfortunately are all the witnesses I have for today. My request is the matter be adjourned until tomorrow morning at 7.
Very well. In this matter, then, the matter will stand out until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Is that in order with you, Mr. Webster? I don't think.
Yes, we have no objection, Melody.
Until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the accused will remain in custody as it is at present. Court will adjourn.
As the